Hey guys, Alex here, and it's a bit cold outside, so I'm inside the workshop today doing this video, and I want to talk to you about the top 5 reasons to build a Cob house. So the first reason, number 1, is that a Cob house is long lasting. Now if we compare the endurance of a cob or earthen wall structure to a modern conventional stick frame structure, there's a very big difference in how long that building is going to last. So if you want to invest all of your money into a conventional stick frame building, just know that most new constructions made with these materials are only meant to last about 1 to 2 generations and then to be torn down and rebuilt. So if you want a building that's going to last longer than that, you can still build with wood, but you need to build to a different quality, I think. But what I recommend looking at is an earthen wall structure such as cob. So a cob house, as we'll call it here, basically a house that has walls made out of cob, or a house that has walls made out of earth material. These buildings are going to last much, much longer. And we have so many examples all around the world of earthen structures lasting for hundreds of years, not only in dry, arid climates, but also in very wet and humid climates. So cob and earth wall structures actually lend well to pretty much all climate zones. Now, the next one, number 2, the number 2 reason to build a cob house is that you'll have energy savings. You don't need quite as much power to cool and heat a cob building because earth has, first of all, has very low conductivity, and heat does not transfer through earth at a very fast pace. And earth walls also have thermal mass. So what this means is your building on the inside is not going to transfer outside heat quickly to the inside and overheat it in the summertime. And that thermal mass is going to act like a heat battery or a cooling battery, depending on which season it is, and it's going to naturally regulate the indoor temperature of your building. So you can save a lot on energy costs this way by having a structure built with earth walls. So I'd say that's my number 2 reason. Now number 3 is the accessibility of the materials and the low cost of the materials. Now, when I talk about this, I'm only talking about the materials for the actual earth walls. So cob, for example, the main ingredients to make cob are subsoil, which is everywhere in vast amounts. It's virtually free, depending where you get it from. In addition, you add an aggregate most of the time, which is either a sand or a gravel, and then you add a fiber, which is typically a straw, like a wheat straw, and this is cheap and pretty abundant in most places. There are alternatives if you don't have straw available, but in this case you also don't need that much. It doesn't add up to that much cost. So in total, the material cost for the earth walls is very low. So you do have the potential to save money on that. Not to mention the materials are very accessible worldwide. And also right now we're having big price increases in lumber and wood. So if that's deterring you from constructing your home or building because of higher costs, earth walls are definitely an alternative that you probably should look at, because you can save a tremendous amount of money rather than buying lumber at double the price right now. And my number 4 reason for building a cob house is that cob walls are non-toxic because they're made out of just natural materials, basically straight from the earth, unprocessed, no additives or chemicals added. So what this does is it eliminates any need for wood that has chemicals in it that can off gas. It eliminates drywall, which is terrible for many reasons, one of them being mold. Drywall molds like crazy. And then paints, toxic paints that off gas. There's all kinds of things that go into a conventionally constructed wall, and they off gas, they have toxins in them, they mold, they're really bad in a lot of health ways. So if you build an earthen wall structure, you eliminate all of this unhealthy material and you bring in a simply natural earth material. Not only is this material non-toxic, but it also has the ability to sort of breathe. So air actually passes through the walls and sort of acts like a filter. So if you have any kind of chemical sensitivities or allergies, indoor allergies, definitely look into a cob building or an earth wall structure, whether that's rammed earth, adobe, or cob. Any of these natural 100% earth-based wall systems. Okay, and my top, number 5 top reason for building a cob house is that they're fireproof. So cob doesn't catch fire. It's simply made out of earth. It's not going to burst into flame, and you have a very small likelihood of your house burning down in comparison to a conventionally constructed stick frame wood building. So especially we see a lot of homes burning down on the West Coast in California lately. For example, these homes would have a much higher chance of survival even in those conditions if they were built with earth wall systems. So that's an obvious huge benefit to having a cob house or an earth wall house. And if you really wanted to make it fireproof to the max, you could do something like a metal framed roof, because at that point you'd pretty much have no wood in the structure. So those are my top 5 reasons to build a cob house. If you're new to the concept of an earth wall building or a cob house, I hope this information is helpful, and I hope it gives you some information to perhaps make a decision on what kind of structure you want to build. Now, if you want more information on how to actually build a cob house or one of these earth wall structures, I've put all the links down below in the description for not only my video courses, which cover step-by-step everything how to do and how to build these structures. I've also included a link to my hands-on workshops where you can come join me this spring and summer and actually learn hands-on how to build a cob house and these type of structures. I'm going to take you through everything you need to know, and it's going to be an awesome time. So anyway, I hope you got some value out of this video, and if you have any comments, leave them down below and I'll check them soon and reply as soon as I can. And otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video.